guess the clarinet or something, I don't know. Me. There's a RV over here in the corner of this parking lot with a chair way out in the middle of the like basically the woods. I wonder if this person is like living here long term. It's free overnight parking, so I mean, who's to really say that they're not just in there? What's the legality on that? It's like you can use this parking lot, but you cannot live in it. Cannot camp in it. It reminds me of like in Manchester, there's all these signs that say camping is prohibited. No fires, no cooking, no setting up a tent, which is code for no homeless allowed. It's like it's a very PC way of saying don't be homeless over here. I don't know how else you say it. It's like I remember when I worked at the Y, there was like we were poised with this question of how do you get because the men's locker room was being renovated, so the men for a while had to share the locker room with the family locker room, and we were trying to figure out like what's the most polite way of saying don't walk around with your hanging out, you know, and we never really got a great answer. It's just like please refrain from full nudity. But I'm telling you, those old men at the YMCA locker room, the level of nudity confidence they have, God love them, is just crazy. They would stand about like a foot apart from each other, buck naked, and just talk about like politics. You know, they stand there talking about Biden or something, and just full show. It's kind of crazy. It's a generation that is so, you know, is struggling culturally so much with the change of homosexuality and transgender rights and just spectrum gender in general, you know, fluid sexuality. But then they go to the YMCA and it's like, you know, it's all good. Naked men everywhere, you know, not a problem. Not that there is a problem, you know. It's just funny. It's funny the way that we compartmentalize our like beliefs and thoughts and stuff, you know. You just think of it differently. Like for me personally, it's like breastfeeding being sexual. It's like, what? What are you talking about? I don't know, for some reason there's no Venn diagram there for me. I have so many more examples of that kind of thinking, but they're a little crude. I like never know what level to censor myself, you know? Sometimes I feel like it's appropriate for me to swear because I swear just as the person in real life. But sometimes, like right now, just the idea of just dropping a hard F-bomb, I have no reason why, but it feels inappropriate for the content. And it's my content, you know? It's my channel. And there's so many videos where I'm dropping them left and right, like the Balloon Boy series. Cole and I were swearing like sailors, you know? I didn't have no issue with it. It's just weird. It's like what mood I'm in. It just dictates how I feel like I should be presenting myself. It's that way sometimes when I can feel myself getting really worked up on a topic. Sometimes I can say things that are really extreme, just for not even shock value, but for the purpose of trying to take a point to the extreme to help like illustrate it, like, because thoughts sometimes feel the most clear when they're the most extreme, because there's no gray area. But that being said, saying extreme stuff for the sake of making a point is a very poor way to make a point, I think. But it's compulsory for me because I get very emotional sometimes when I get talking on something that I feel very strongly about. I just start going wild and I like black out. And then I come to and I'm like, oh God, I said a lot of stuff there. Nothing bad, nothing that I wouldn't like agree with, you know, because I know what I mean, right? But that's how people get themselves into hot water all the time. Every like situation of being canceled for something someone says, almost every time, is a scenario of that. So on a human level, I can usually relate to that. That being said, you know, that's never an excuse, right? Hitting somebody because you're upset is never a reason to hit somebody, right? So it kind of goes the same way. Fortunately, words are a lot less damaging to people, property. It depends, honestly. It's kind of sad summer's over. Once it goes from July to August, for some reason I'm already like, I just immediately feel like summer's over. I think some of it's just because like it is. All the excitement for the things that you're gonna do are over. You might have a couple vacations left, but like, those are your last vacations. Like it just feels, August is the farewell party to summer, and September is the welcoming party to fall. So once you're out of July, you're kind of out of all of it. I think this is the bus that I'm waiting on, so I'll see y'all later. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. I won't see you at all. You'll see me tomorrow, maybe, if you like what you see now, or or if YouTube like shows you my content, which is not necessarily always the case. The amount of people that actually are even exposed to every video that I make is pretty minor. Very few people watch these videos chronically, but I make them chronically and compulsory. So tomorrow.